Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah.
Alhamdulillah, wa salam ala wa rasulallah. Welcome to another session of Sunnahfollowers Tawheed class. And for this Tawheed class, we are going over reviewing the meaning of the names of Allah. And we're going to stick on with this for a couple of days because, again, it's always good to go back to the basics. In order to be a strong believer, you have to understand the meaning of Allah's names, because as the prophet said, by learning the meaning of Allah's names, you're learning about him. And then if you take what you learn and incorporate it as a attribute to yourself, it makes you a believing Muslim. And one of the issues that a lot of Muslims, I'm shocked to see, there's a lot of Muslims out there today who still have not had the coronavirus vaccine. These Muslims that have not had the corona vaccine, if you ask them why, they come up with all kind of flimsy excuses. Oh, I think it's a conspiracy. That's the number one thing. Or I think it's a ploy by America to track Muslims. That's another reason. Or I think it's America trying to kill off all Muslims. Or I think it's the government trying to do away with minorities. They come up with all these weird, ignorant, very uneducated and very ignorant reasons as to why they have not taken the COVID vaccine. And when you listen to these reasons all contradict La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. If you believed in Allah, you would know that no one can conspire against you and succeed unless Allah allows it. Allah says that they can plot and plan all they want to, but he is the best of planners. And also, if you truly believed La ilaha illallah, one of the conditions of faith is to understand that nothing can harm you, nothing can benefit you unless Allah allows it. As Allah himself says, if all mankind were to come together to take you down, they would not be able to move, to touch a single hair on your body unless he allows it. So the Muslims that have not had the shot, these are Muslims who are corrupt in their belief system, and that's a fact. And also, you know, if they were not corrupt in their belief system, they would know that the prophet already told us that whenever Allah sends a virus, he always sends the treatment. Take the treatment, and then perhaps he may send a cure. This is a command from the prophet. And Allah says, obey him and obey the prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So those Muslims who have not taken the coronavirus shot are Muslims who are twisted and corrupt in their belief system. They say they believe in Allah, but they really don't. That's the reality. Because if you believed in him, you would do what he says. So this is why I am taking us back to the meaning of Allah's names. Because once you understand just how powerful, just how almighty, and just how all-knowing and omnipotent Allah is, then you won't have a problem taking the shot and doing what he says to do. So with that said, let's put the name for today up on the screen. Let me get the name. Okay, and by the way, the name that we went over yesterday and the day before, I did post it up, how you guys did such a great job in breaking that name down yesterday. It is posted up on Facebook, my profile page, and the Sunnahfollowers group page. So today we're going to take another name of Allah, the name Alee. 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 What does that mean? A lot of people will say, Sister Layla, what does the name Aliyah mean? I told you guys, you know, the Arabic, all you do is put an A at the end and it goes from masculine to feminine. And Aliyah, well, that's what that name comes from, El Aliyah. Well, this is El Ali. Okay, what does it mean? The exalted. El Ali. What does this mean? It means Allah is the most exalted. So we always start off, what does it mean to be exalted? What does it mean to be the most exalted? Who can give us the meaning of the word, the most exalted? What does that mean? El Ali, El Ali, El Ali, the most exalted. Allah, He is the most exalted. What does that mean? And of course, you're going to go to dictionary.com and look up the word exalted.
Dictionary.com says it means to be raised or elevated, as in rank or character.
Okay, so Allah is the most high, the most exalted. What does that mean? He is the one who is higher. He is higher. Let me put it this way. He is higher and greater in character. What else? Come on, character.
And in level.
And what?
In level or station.
Okay, he is, let me make it this way then. He is the most high in character. I'll make it even simpler. He is the most high in character. Also, this would be manner. Okay, the most high in character and manners. So that means, what does that mean? That means no one's character, no one's mannerism is higher than Allah's. He is higher in stature in regards to his manners and his character than anyone or anything you could possibly conceive. That's the most exalted. He has the best of character. He has the best of man. Maybe even break it down even more. He is the best in character and manners. Anyone else with a different meaning? Anyone else with a different meaning?
I have noble.
There you go. That's character. What else? Go ahead.
Lofty.
That's high. Okay. He is the best in character and manners. That's basic. Lofty means high. Noble is a characteristic. So he has the best character, the best manners. Okay, Laylee, what name did you look up? You got something that's totally different. That's a different name. You looked up the word high instead of exalted. High and exalted is a little different in meaning. That's why I told you guys look up exalted. Don't look up high, because that's a different name. Allah is the most supreme, but supreme is a different name than Ali. Okay. This name basically refers to his character and his manners. So Alee, it really refers to the character and the mannerisms of Allah. Does everybody understand? This name refers to his character and his mannerisms. And that's why as Muslims, we have to work on developing the proper character and mannerisms. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to teach us good manners and good character, and the good characteristics and the good mannerisms that we are supposed to adapt, they stem from what? They stem from Allah. We take Allah's characteristics and Allah's mannerisms and incorporate them into ourselves as good traits, traits of nobility, high standards for man. Everybody understand that? Okay, so how does Allah prove to us that he is the best in character and manners? I'm gonna make it even more simple. I'm gonna use this simple definition. How does Allah prove, or how does Allah show us? How does he show us that he is best in character and manners? How does Allah show he is best in character and manners? Anyone? Y'all should better come up with a lot of reasons.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah shows he is best in character and manners by forgiving us for the sins we repeatedly commit, and without judging us. Or
Okay, by forgiving us repeatedly for the sins we commit. That's a good answer. That's one way that Allah proves or shows that he is best in character, because he doesn't forgive just once. He forgives repeatedly, and that is very hard. Look how many of us hold grudges for little petty, simple things. Allah forgives for the same sin over and over again. That shows how he is the best in character, the best in mannerisms. Good job. Anyone else? What's another way that Allah shows us he is best in character and best in mannerisms?
can I say something?
Who is that? Did you just answer? That's
Yeah,
Zaytun?
yeah.
You gave one answer. Let these other ones go. You got this. You a teacher. I want to hear from everybody. We got 21 people. Zaytun ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all better get it together to get these answers going. How does Allah show that he is best and he has the best character, the best mannerisms? Go on, whoever that it was.
It's Anissa. I thought I almost had it, but I'll wait.
Okay, anyone else? Do I have to put this screen down and start calling on people? Go ahead.
He causes the weather to not crazy weather, but he causes like the wind and the hurricanes.
Okay, winds and hurricanes, does that apply to character and manners? What is character? What is character, Precious? When we talk about someone or something's character, what are we talking about? I want y'all to look up the meaning of the word character now, so y'all know what character is.
No, we're just basically talking about his like traits and it just maybe little
well, you
attributes.
come up with something a lot better than weather, because that's behavior. That's behavior. To make the wind blow is behavior. I want character and mannerisms. Come on, guys, look up the meaning. Nisa, give the meaning of the word character, because they probably don't know what that means. Look up the meaning of the word character so this will make it easier for them.
How Allah is not quick.
Y'all don't know what it means. A lot of y'all are Bantu. This is your second language, so you probably don't know what it means. Look it up right quick, Anissa. Let me tell y'all what character means first.
Allah is best in character by not allowing, like Allah doesn't allow us to taste his punishment, like how do I word this? Like he's not fast to send his punishment, like he gives us the time.
That's a good answer too. Let me remember it while Anissa reads the meaning of character, but that's character.
Okay.
Read that meaning of character, Anissa.
Hold on, it's coming up. It's just slow, but it's coming up. If it comes up.
Turn your TV off. Maybe you can concentrate. That TV's depressing, especially when you watching the news.
Yeah, I'm on hold.
Oh, that's the phone?
That's it. Yeah, I'm on hold.
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Character. Hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh, shoot.
Can I give an answer?
Yeah, give
an answer.
You
Okay,
have the
'cause I got-
definition.
Yeah, I got three
Yes.
or four definitions
Yes,
here.
okay. Hang
Yeah,
up
we
the
do.
phone.
I have moral or ethical quality.
Okay, Precious.
Yeah.
When we talk about character, we're talking about moral or ethical qualities. Making it rain and snow is not really a morality. It's not really an ethical thing. Okay, y'all know what moral, Atifa break down more. They don't know what moral means either. And they definitely don't know what ethical. Look up ethical. Give them ethical. I want y'all to use the most simplest English, Atifa. Ethical, they don't know what ethical means. When we talk about character, we're talking about morality, we're talking about mannerisms, we're talking about ethics, but what does all that mean too?
Okay, I think I get it. So you mean like he's fair? Did I get it right?
Okay.
Like he's fair, like he treats everybody, he gives everybody a fair and equal
That's a
opportunity.
characteristic, but I'm going to give y'all the definition. Let me make it easy.
Okay, here's a definition pertaining to right and wrong in
There you
conduct.
go. There you go. I want y'all to understand the meaning of the word character. When we talk about character, we're talking about knowing right from wrong. That's ethics. A person who has ethics, this is a person that can see beneath the surface of things. A person of ethics is not narrow-minded. They know right from wrong. A person of ethics can recognize truth from falsehood. That's el-furqan in Arabic. When Allah talks about el-furqan, he's talking about a person has ethics. They can see beneath the surface of things. They understand truth from falsehood, lies from and deceits and all of that. So Allah has the most highest form of ethics. That means we can't run nothing over him, Precious. You can't lie to him. You can't trick him. You can't deceive him. Everybody sees, so this ain't about blowing the wind. You understand now, Precious? This ain't got nothing to do with the wind blowing. This is about a person's ability to see through you. Okay? That's the part about character. How many of us have that? And remember, we talked about it a whole class on different characteristics that we as Muslims need to work on, developing in order to be a true believer. So character and mannerisms refers to traits about you that no one else could have. Fairness, justice, insight, manners, the ability to sympathize with others, the ability to empathize for others, distinctiveness, this is character, to stand out in a crowd, that's character. Allah is the best in all of that. Y'all understand? So don't give me answers about him making it rain, because I can make it rain. Hello, throw some money in the air. Okay, this is more, this ain't about that. This is about character, not action, not behavior. Behavior is a little different. We're not asking what are the things Allah can do. We already know Allah can make it rain. But what else that you don't know? Allah can see through you. Allah knows when you're lying. Allah is not narrow-minded. See, that type of stuff. Now let's get back to it. Now that I broke it down, let's get back to it. How does Allah show us that he is Alee? Alee, which in English means he is the best in character, the best in manners. No one has character and mannerisms like his. Go ahead. And we got one good answer here. Zaytun, she said Allah shows us that he is Alee by doing something that we could never do, which is forgive over and over again for committing the same stupid sin. Hello. See how Zaytun had a beautiful answer there. He forgives us repeatedly for the sins we commit, even if it's the same sin. Good job, Zaytun. Anyone else? Now, what was your answer? One of the Norto or whoever that was.
My answer was Allah shows his best in character and mannerism by not sending his punishment quickly to us, but withholding his punishment.
Okay, that's a good answer too. Allah shows that he is Alee, that he is upon the best in character, the best in manners, by withholding his punishment. And we do some terrible things. We talked about this yesterday, the unbelievers. The worst thing that anyone can do is to deny Allah, to disbelieve in Allah, even though the unbelievers refuse to believe in Allah, he still allows them to live. Who has character like that? Somebody do something to you, you want to take them out. Look how many murders are committed today. Somebody made you mad. You want to kill them. You want to hurt them. You want vengeance. Allah withholds. That's a characteristic hard to adapt, to withhold your retribution. To withhold your retribution. Oh my God. Allah. See that? Good job. Okay, somebody else, give me another answer. Show me another way. How else does Allah show us that he is best in character? He is best in manners. And again, I told you guys, it all boils down. How is it that Muslims today do not understand Allah? Because they don't understand their language. Language is one of the signs of the last hour. Language will disappear. We won't understand our own languages, English. We don't know what character means. We don't know what ethics is. We don't know what morality means. That's why I tell y'all, carry a dictionary, okay? Because that'll help you to learn about Allah. And when you learn and understand Allah, you'll develop love for him, and then you won't have a problem taking that coronavirus shot. Because he said, take it. All right? Okay, anyone else? Go next. Who all is in here?
I'll go next.
Okay, who is that? Meleon?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I said that Allah shows that he's exalted in character by possessing greater insight of his creations, and is shown through his rulings and obligations for the sake of their betterment.
Girl, you giving it. Those are answers. You see the answers that Meleon is giving? Look at Sarah's answer. Let me look on, keep that. Okay, how does Allah show he is the best in character and manners? Let me see what they got. Israel said, by rewarding you for remembering him. Pamela said, he looks over our bad habits and not punish right away. Oh, that was good, Pamela. Sakina said, by telling us what's lawful and unlawful. Good job, Sakina. You need to be in this Zoom room, Sakina, because you've been on the ball. Sakina has that El Furqan. She can see beneath the surface of things. She's given the same answer that Melioun's given. Good job. Isra, your answers are kind of weak. I'm going to tell you why. Do you hear the answer Melioun gave? You heard the answer Zaytun gave. You heard the answer that Norto gave. You see how your answer is weak compared to theirs. You need to come up with some powerful answers like this. Sarah, she said Allah shows us he is best in character as long as we call no. All you did was just explain. You didn't give me no proof, Sarah. Okay, Melioun, go over your answer again so I can write it down. Allah shows us that he is best in character and manners by, go ahead, Melioun. Do it slow so I can type it.
Allah shows that he is exalted in character by possessing greater insight of his creations.
By number one, by possessing, listen to this answer, Isra, by possessing greater insight. Let me make it even simpler. By being able to see and read between the lines of his creation. That's what insight is. Insight is the ability to see beneath the surface. You can't hide anything from Allah. So the fact that Allah can see and read between the lines of his creation shows and proves that he is exalted, that he is high in character, high in manners. And what else, Melioun?
I said, and it shows through his rulings and obligations.
As Sakina said, by making laws and rules and guidelines. You see this, Precious? By making laws, rules, and guidelines for our betterment. See, that's all character. Y'all see that? Allah proves to us that he is higher than anything that you can imagine because he knew what laws to make. He knew what rules to make. He knew what guidelines to set. Allah told us. He tells us in the Quran. He says, all viruses that impact you come from me. He said, I send them as a means of cleansing the earth of bad, corrupt people. And I also send viruses as a means of testing those of you who claim to believe in me, to see if you truly do believe in me by doing what I told you to do when they come. Allah says that in the Quran. That's the Quran. He had the insight to know that there would be a lot of you Muslims out there who wouldn't take the vaccine because y'all fear something other than him. So he told you why he sends corona and other viruses. And then he doesn't stop there. He goes on to tell us, know this, know this, know this. I never send a virus without sending a treatment. So take the treatment for the virus when I send it to you. Allah tells us that he had the insight to know that we would claim to believe in him, but be stupid and not do anything to protect ourselves. So he's commanding us, take the treatment I send. Okay? That's Alee. He's upon the highest character, the highest morals, the highest ethics and mannerisms. And he's testing us. That's why I tell you, all you Muslims who have not taken a shot, you are failed. You have failed the test. You're showing that you really don't believe in him, or you don't know about him. Because if you believe in him and knew about him, you'd fear him. You trust in him. You'd love him. And you know that he knows what's best, and you'd obey him. So y'all better go get that coronavirus shot. You Muslims that ain't had that vaccine better get up off y'all behinds and throw those conspiracy theories in the garbage. Stop fearing man and fear Allah. Okay? Because this is just the beginning. There's going to be a lot more viruses, baby cakes. He's going to cleanse the earth. He's going to cleanse the earth of the hypocrites and the corrupt people. Okay? Making the way for the Mahdi. Making the way for the Antichrist. Y'all better get it together. You crazy Muslims out there. So, again, Alee. Allah, he is the best in character. He's upon the highest character, the highest manners. He shows us this every day by forgiving us over and over again when we sin, and by withholding his punishment from us, and by being able to see and read between the lines of his creation. He knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. Let me put that down. Allah, he knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. That's Alee. And he makes laws and rules and guidelines, taking that vaccine as a guideline for our protection and betterment. MashaAllah. What do y'all think about that? You got another one? Let's do one more. Somebody give me one more way. Somebody got one more way in which Allah shows us, or one more example in which how Allah shows us that he is Alee. Good job, Mayliun. Good job, Sakina. Go ahead. Who was that? Go ahead.
And that's me. That's me. Let me look. I stepped away for a bit. Hold on 1 second. See, by being able to know creation better. Allah has the character and manners to give life and death.
Okay, I didn't ask you his attribute. Okay. I didn't ask you how that you're supposed to show me an example as to how Allah shows us that his character and his mannerisms are better than anyone or anything you know. Giving life and death is not a characteristic, that's a behavior. That's something that he has a power. We're not talking about how Allah is most powerful. If we were defining how Allah is more powerful than us, we could say he gives and takes life. We're not talking about that name. This is a different name. This is Alee, which means the most exalted. Not the most high, the most exalted. The most high is a different name. This is the exalted. Okay, so your answer is incorrect this time, Nisa. Anybody else? One more.
Can we say, okay.
What about Precious? Is Precious here? Precious, you got one? I want to make sure Precious got it. Precious?
No, I'm still trying to make sure I understand. So no, I don't have one right now.
Let me try.
Who is this wanting to try?
Me.
Who is me?
Samira.
Okay, go ahead, Samir.
Let me try. Like if we sincerely ask Allah for guidance or
okay, it's not about you. This is about Allah. Show me how does Allah show you that he is the
Yeah.
highest in character and manners. This ain't about you.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I know.
second part is
Like
about you.
when we
This first
seek
part is a law.
help,
What
when
does
we
he
seek
do to
help,
show you?
yeah, when we seek help from Allah or guidance from Allah, He answers our dua.
Didn't we already give that answer?
Oh,
By
oh,
making laws, rules, and guidelines. Isn't that already the answer?
yes.
That answer's been given. Y'all pay attention. How does Allah show us that he is high, the most high in character, the most high in manners? Well, by forgiving us repeatedly for the sins we commit, even if it's the same sin. Also by withholding his punishment. Also by being able to see and read between the lines of his creation. In other words, Allah knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. And also by making laws, rules, and guidelines for our betterment and protection. Give me one more, Precious. You usually good at this. Get the key.
I wanted to say, like, he accepts the supplication of any oppressed person. It doesn't matter if the person is like an unbeliever.
We already gave that answer, didn't we, Fam May? What does by forgiving us repeatedly for sins mean?
Sorry, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Yeah. That answer is already given, guys. Don't play the word game. Stop watching the rap game.
Allah shows he's the best in character and manners by no one can intercede without
How long are we gonna keep on playing the forgive sin game, guys? Y'all already I don't want no more answers about sins. Y'all got that up here already. Come on, there's so many other things. What is character? May Leon gave y'all so much. She gave you laws, rules, guidelines, knowing the creation. Good Lord, there's a few things she didn't mention, but was about to, and I stopped her to allow y'all to pick it up. Go ahead.
Let me try this one. Allah is best in character manners by rewarding us for the things that we do. And
we already talked about sins and all of that. I don't want to hear nothing to do with sins.
About sins.
We don't want to hear nothing about rewards. Nothing about sins, nothing about punishment. Come on, character. What are some of the characteristics y'all need to be working on right now within yourself that y'all ain't working on evidently? Hello, ain't nothing y'all giving me is relating to character, ethics, character. Meleun and Zaytun got to carry this on. Who else is in here? Let me see. Let me put it down. Okay, let me put this down so I can see. Hold on. Okay. Who are, oh God, we got a lot of people. Ain't no Brother Tarek, Sister Yasmin, Sister Tony. Sabrine holds you for last. Omar Hare, Nana, Medina, Isra, Ikra, Fardausa. Come on, y'all, try it. Think of character. What are characteristics that Allah shows us that he possesses more than anyone else? God, I got about 15 in my mind right now. All y'all need is one more. Come on. Brother Ahmad, you're talking about reward. I'm not talking about actions, guys. I want character. I don't want behavior. I don't want behavior. I want characteristics. Brother Ahmad, that's behavior. That's not character. Okay, let me try to help y'all here. Can somebody give me examples of characteristics? Good characteristics. I taught a whole series on characteristics. Name some good characteristics. Precious, give me a good characteristic that every Muslim should have. Precious. Give me a good characteristic that every Muslim should have. In order to be a good Muslim, you have to have certain characteristics. Name one for me, Precious. I think she's busy. I know this is easy for you, Precious. You must be caught up with the kids today. Sister Fame, give me a good characteristic that every Muslim should have.
Certainty of faith.
That's a characteristic.
Okay.
Sister
I was going to say
Fardowsa.
patience, but
Hold
not
up,
patience.
Anissa, don't get on. Fardowsa, give me another characteristic that every Muslim should have. Habiba, give me a characteristic that every Muslim should have. Isra, name a characteristic every Muslim should have. Come on, y'all should be able to spit them out. Latifa.
Honesty.
Okay,
Sorry.
honesty, truthfulness, justice. Y'all don't know distinctiveness. Y'all don't know what characteristics are. So now that you know what characteristics are, give me a characteristic of Allah. That's it. That's how easy this is. I mean, Mayleon had a whole list. Oh my God. Come on, give me one more. Tell me how Allah shows that he is the best in character. Give me one more.
I can try. How about, like you said, justice? He's the only one that allows all of us to have eye for an eye.
Yeah, that's an answer, but that falls into the laws. Good, that's good though. Now you on the right path. But Mayleon already gave that one. Good job though, Precious. Now, anybody else? Give me another one. Good job, Precious. By making the laws to our benefit. That's what she said. We got that up there. Good job. Now, somebody else, give me another example as to how Allah shows us he is best in character. He made laws and rules and guidelines for our betterment. Come on, give me another one. Oh my God, I can't believe y'all are dead on this. Latifa, you can't think of a characteristic?
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Sabrina. These people are lost today. Go ahead.
Infinite wisdom.
There you go. There you go. What is another characteristic? Wisdom. By having knowledge of everything in existence and the outcome of everything in existence. This is known as infinite wisdom. That's a great characteristic that Allah has. That should have been one of the first answers. Also, that y'all didn't mention honesty. Allah keeps his word. Allah never lets man down. Allah says in the Quran, man, trust in me, Israel. Trust in me. I will never let you down. But man will let you down. Y'all didn't mention trust. Y'all didn't mention wisdom. Y'all didn't mention honesty. Allah keeps his word. Allah doesn't lie. Allah doesn't cheat. Y'all didn't mention fairness. Allah is fair. He gives you exactly what you need in life. Allah knows what you need and gives it to you. He's fair. He's just. Y'all didn't mention none of that. Where's your mind at today, Israel? Where's your mind, Latifa? Where's your mind, Anissa? Precious is busy with the kids. Y'all got to wake up. Y'all didn't mention those main characteristics there. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at what we came up with. Let's see if y'all do better with the second part. Okay, so Allah is Alee. He is the exalted in character and mannerisms. He shows us this by forgiving us over and over and over again when we commit sins, even if it's the same sin. Also by withholding his punishment from us, and by being able to see and read between the lines of his creation. He knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. Also by making laws, rules, and guidelines for our betterment and protection. And also by having knowledge of everything in existence and the outcome of everything in existence. He has infinite wisdom. Hello, beautiful words. So now, guys, you got 5 examples there. Here's the hard part. How can you take those 5 examples and incorporate them into yourself as an attribute? And your answers, let me make it easy for you. The first one is talking about forgiveness. The first example is speaking about for the characteristic known as forgiveness. The second one is thinking about speaking about the characteristic known as being able to withhold. The third one is speaking about knowledge, which is another characteristic. The fourth one is thinking about making the ability to make laws, rules, and guidelines for your betterment. So it's talking about betterment and protection. And the last example is speaking about wisdom. So now take one of those examples, someone, and tell me how to incorporate it. I gave y'all what the keys are for each one. Forgiveness, the ability to withhold, knowledge, betterment and protection, and wisdom. Who's going to start?
Can I start?
Go ahead, but you tell me which one you're going to be doing too.
I want to do the third one.
Read it out loud and then give the answer.
Says by being able to
we can't hear you, Fame. Okay, go ahead. By being able to
speak, or even somebody coming to you, giving you an advice, to be able to know, or to be able to read in between the lines and know also what advice to take and which ones to just like leave alone and walk away.
Could y'all hear her, understand her? Or was she breaking up for y'all?
She was breaking up.
I didn't understand anything she said. Your internet is bad. Was that Fame? Okay. Somebody else go while she gets her internet together. I couldn't understand nothing she said. Somebody else take another one and go.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna do the first one. By Allah forgiving us repeatedly for the sin we commit, even if it's the same sin, shows us that Allah's door of forgiveness is always open, and that we should it doesn't matter how big or small the sin is, we should always seek his forgiveness, since Allah forgives all sin until like we die.
You're really explaining. That's not really you didn't make it an attribute, you made it an explanation. Remember, you're going to take these characteristics and turn it into an attribute for yourself. So you can take on the attribute that Allah has, the attribute of forgiveness. So I don't want you to explain how Allah forgives. I want you to tell me how you can incorporate forgiveness into yourself. And this is an easy one. Who is that?
Because I have to go through this today.
Who is that?
Zaytun.
Oh, go ahead.
So I was gonna say, by being patient with the people around us, because I have a little brother who's in second grade, and he did some things, and I noticed that he does it over and over again. And so today I came home and I got something I had it for him too, but I wanted to test him and to see that his mistake, what he's doing was wrong. So I said, I'm not going to give it to you because you keep on doing the same thing. But then when I came to my room, I realized, I'm like, there's some things that I do over and over again, but Allah still forgives me. So I'm gonna do this by being more patient and more kinder to him with what he does, without holding him accountable just because he does the same things.
Exactly.
So
that's how she's taken for since Allah forgives us repeatedly. How can she incorporate that, Sister Aisha, as an attribute for herself? She will be more patient with those around her and not be so quick to hold them accountable. So she would give them, be patient with those around her and give them the benefit of the doubt. Allah does that. Allah forgives us over and over again, even if it's the same sin, as long as we are sincere. He's willing to give us a chance, give us the benefit of the doubt, to not be so quick to punish. Okay, so good job. Now, this is easy. So the answer is not to take it and explain how Allah does it. You're going to instead take the way Allah shows us the characteristic and apply it to yourself. So anybody else?
By withholding his punishments, what I can do in my life is withhold from giving into my desires. To
Good
not,
job.
okay.
Good. Yeah, you're doing good. That's good.
Okay. So that I won't attain his punishment.
Good job. We can withhold. Withhold. Giving in to our desires and anger that may incur Allah's punishments. Good job. Now you got it, Precious. I told you I knew it was the kids, because you always get this stuff right. Okay, good job. So Allah shows us that he is the best in forgiving and he is the best in withholding punishment. How can we incorporate those two characteristics? By being patient with those around us and giving them the benefit of the doubt. We can also withhold from giving in to our desires and anger that may incur Allah's punishments. Good job. Anyone else? Go with another one. Anyone else? Now you guys are on the right.
Okay. I would do being able to see between and read between the lines. I would take the time to ponder of things that I do and say and think more about what others are doing and saying, so that I can get a better understanding of what's being done or what's being said.
Okay,
So
we should ponder.
or others.
We should ponder our actions and the actions of others, so as to get a better understanding of what happens to us and others. Good job, Atifa. Now y'all got it together. Y'all done woke up now. Good job. Anyone else? Good job. This is not hard. Y'all just got to concentrate. That's one thing when it comes to learning about a law. And when it comes to talking about a law, you guys see it requires your undivided attention. You can't be cooking and cleaning and trying to do this class here. You can cook and clean and listen to me talk about death. You can cook and clean and listen to me talk about the soul. But when it comes to trying to figure out a law, to understand a law, that takes your undivided attention. You have to put the kids down, put the food down, and put on your thinking cap. Y'all see this? That's also part of Allah's infinite wisdom. Allah's infinite wisdom is he has made it so you can't walk and chew gum and talk about him correctly. Hello? You got to just stop everything to remember him. That's his wisdom. Okay, good job. Okay, anybody else? So we did 3. Allah is Alee. which means he is the exalted, the most exalted in character and manners. He shows this through his forgiveness, through his withholding of punishment, and his knowledge of the creation and the laws, rules, guidelines he made for our betterment, and through his infinite wisdom. So now how can we incorporate these characteristics as attributes or traits for ourselves? Well, we will be patient with those around us and give them the benefit of the doubt. We can withhold giving into our desires and anger that may incur Allah's punishment. We should ponder our actions and the actions of those around us so as to get a better understanding of what happens to us and others. Anyone else? Come on, we got two more. Go ahead.
To add to that third one, the Allah, he knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. For myself, I wouldn't put myself in a situation or go around certain people because I know myself. I know that I would, mess up.
We should know our strengths and weaknesses and the triggers of both. Good job. You see that, guys? Allah knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. So we should learn our strengths, learn our weaknesses and the things that trigger them. So we know who is bad for us. We know what is good for us. Y'all understand that? So we know who and what is bad or good for us. Good job, Precious. Now you Precious is concentrating. She ain't dealing with the kids, so it's coming like water. Allah made it so you can't do that. You got to just put your thoughts on him to talk about him. Yeah, go ahead. Anyone else? Good job, Precious.
By making laws and rules and guidelines for our betterment, one way we can take this attribute to ourselves is we should follow the rules and laws of Allah and we shouldn't transgress them.
Yeah, make it even more thicker. Make it hit the COVID people.
Okay, we should, since Allah made laws and rules and guidelines for our betterment, we should just say we hear and obey his laws without any question.
We should live our lives accepting that Allah knows what is best for us, so we follow his laws, rules, and guidelines without questioning them. Well, without question. Does everybody understand that? If you truly believe in Allah, then that means you know that Allah knows what's best for us. You know that Allah's laws are for our betterment. His commands are for our protection. So you wouldn't hesitate to get the COVID vaccine. You should have had the COVID vaccine when it first came out, guys. Any Muslims on this planet today who has not been vaccinated, I'm here to tell you, you need to take a good, long, hard look at yourself because there's something wrong with your belief system. Your Aqidah is corrupt. Your Aqidah is not correct. And I can honestly say that. Because if your Aqidah was not corrupt, then you would have done what Allah said and took that treatment. Like the man, like doing the three idiots asked the Prophet, what if we don't want to take it? We afraid. We don't know what's in the treatment. The Prophet looked at them and said, take it if you believe in Allah. COVID's been around for a long time, and I'm here to tell y'all it ain't going nowhere. There's different variants of this virus. So what y'all gonna do? Keep on fearing man instead of fearing Allah. And then when you dead, you in that grave, and that Nakir, the angel Nakir comes to you with that crowbar to bust you in your head. because you refuse to obey a law because you feared somebody or something more than him, I feel sorry for y'all. No, I don't. I don't feel sorry for none of you. I don't feel sorry for anybody that questions a law or don't believe in him. I'm sorry. So you people that ain't had that coronavirus vaccine, y'all better get up off y'all behinds and bust the doors down at CVS and Walgreens and get them shots. Show Allah that you believe in him. Prove to him that you know he is Alee. That it ain't America that's Alee. That it ain't Trump that's Alee. Hello. All right. Another one. Anybody else? What about the last one? Having everything by knowing the outcome, by knowing everything and the outcome of everything. Infinite wisdom. How can you incorporate that as an attribute for yourself? How can you incorporate infinite wisdom, guys?
I would incorporate infinite wisdom here by understanding that I have choice and choices leave consequences. So I must strive to do and make the best choices to use the wisdom that Allah has given to me.
We know that Allah, good job, Anissa, has given us wisdom and free will. So we live our lives making the best choices for ourselves based on the wisdom Allah has shared with us, because we know there are consequences to every choice made by man. Good job. So now let's see how y'all put this word together. This is how you break down the names and the attributes of Allah. You know, I remember when I started teaching this class, one of the sisters, and you know what, I just thought about it. I haven't seen her here in a while. I hope she's okay. She sent me an email because she was taking this class through some online university that you know how I feel about that stuff. But anyway, she said, and the brother doesn't teach it nothing like this, and she's confused by my teachings. I said, no, my teachings aren't confusing. His teachings are. I said, I told you the way I teach this class is the way they teach it in the Arabic countries. I said, these Americans don't teach the Daya, don't teach it like that. You know, they're the wrong ones teaching you wrong. They think that they can sit up and give you a bunch of synonyms for a word and tell you that's what Allah's name means. No. You're supposed to take the names of Allah and incorporate them into yourself as an attribute. You have to break that down. So I told the sister, maybe you should stop going to that online school and instead come to my online free classes to learn the correct Aqidah and go to school to be a nurse. Take some online classes to be a nurse, because that's a very rewarding, lucrative field of study. But as far as Islam, schools, forget that, come learn from me. Because the way I am teaching you the names of Allah, this is the way the Prophet Muhammad taught the companions. He would point up to the sky. Do you see that big ball, that moon? Guess what? Allah, he is the most magnificent. He shows us how magnificent he is every day by causing that moon to rise and causing that moon to set. Then he look around. He say, look at that desert flower. There's one red flower in the sand. There's no water to irrigate it, but it's blooming. That's Allah showing us how magnificent he is. The way I am teaching you the names of Allah, this is how the Prophet taught the companions. And that's why the companions had a better understanding of this deen than anybody on this earth today. So don't say that my way of teaching is confusing. My way is probably confusing because I'm teaching you the right way. Those other ways of Allah, excuse me, you walk away from that class with no benefit. Okay? That's why I tell y'all, you don't need but one teacher. I want y'all to understand, you know, the prophet said that our nation, we're simple-minded. The prophet only had one teacher. His teacher was Jibril. If Allah wanted to, he could have gave him Jibril, Michael, Israfil. No, his teacher was the angel Jibril. Because the Prophet Muhammad was a human being, a man. We can't take on too much at one time. And people teach differently. People's knowledge is different. People's understanding is different. The way they speak is different. So it's easy to become confused. So like I told this sister in her email, take a choice. You make the choice, me or him. Since you're confused about the names of Allah, and I'm making it so hard, then learn from him and see what benefit you get. Okay, but don't send me emails. I'm not the one that's confusing you. You know, we have to understand, we have to understand, guys, as Muslims, all we need is one teacher in our life. Because we can't handle 2, 3, 4, 5. You brothers know that. Y'all have a hard time handling 2, 3, 4, 2 anyway. Hello. All right. So let's get back to this. Look at this. So mashallah, you guys broke it down. To the name we did today was Alee. 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 Allah, he is the exalted, the best in character, the best in manners. He shows us this by forgiving us over and over again, even if it's the same sin. He also shows us that he is this by withholding his punishment. He also knows his creation better than the creation knows itself. He also proves he is best in character and manners by making laws, rules, and guidelines for our betterment and protection. And he has infinite wisdom. He knows everything and the outcome of it. So how can we incorporate Alee as an attribute to ourselves? Well, we will be patient with those around us and give them the benefit of the doubt. We will withhold giving into our desires and anger so that we don't incur the punishment of Allah. We will ponder our actions and the actions of those around us so as to gain a better understanding of ourselves and others. We will also learn our strengths and weaknesses and the things that trigger them, so we know who and what is good or who or what is bad for us. And we will live our lives accepting that Allah knows what's best for us. So we follow his laws, his rules and guidelines without question. Get that coronavirus vaccine. We know that Allah has given us wisdom and free will. So we will live our lives making the best choices for ourselves based on his wisdom, because we know that there are consequences for the choices we make in life. Subhanallah. That is El Alim. And mashallah, you guys broke it down. I had to push y'all today, but mashallah, you guys broke it down. You came up with those examples. Okay, any questions? Okay, as you guys can see, for this class, it's going to require your undivided attention. So since we're doing the names of Allah again, make sure that when it comes to this class, that you guys are not cooking or dealing with the children. Make the children sit down and participate, because the children do better than y'all do, because it comes natural for them. But this is going to, whenever we talk about Allah, Allah made it through his infinite wisdom. He designed it where we can't chew gum and talk about him at the same time. We got to put all our focus just on him. All right. So any questions or comments? Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Any questions or comments?